Hey, what's up, YouTube? I'm out here in my garage. I don't know if some of you guys caught it last time. It's just a little update video here. I went out. I know a guy here in Vegas who all he does is find Chevy trucks and Suburbans and Tahoes, buys them and strips them completely and sells them, parts them out. He's got a place here in Vegas at his property where he does that. So he's the one I bought last time, the 5.3 complete, and had it rebuilt by a machine shop here in town, and that was going to be for the Vader project, which was this same G35 that's in my garage that I got back. I made a video for you guys when I went to pick it up. But anyways, what I'm going to do here, I got this block. It's a 5.3 block, 5.3 crank, everything, which doesn't matter. I went over to him and he sold it to me for 40 bucks. Okay? All this stuff, I'm going to get rid of it. You know, I don't need it. This is just totally going to be a mock-up block. What I'm going to do is I got a set of heads over there underneath. I'm going to put those heads on here. I'm going to clean this block up, though. I'm going to take it to the car wash and pressure wash it and all that. Clean it up. Put those heads on here. I got an oil pan coming that I think I can make work. I wanted to make my own oil pan. I'm going to bring my own oil pan. I ordered an oil pan that I'm waiting for that I think I can make work. I got a set of stock exhaust manifolds there from him too. He sold them to me for 20 bucks, 10 bucks each. What I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to make a dummy block with the heads on there, the exhaust manifolds, an oil pan that will work in here, front sump of course, it's got to be. And I'm going to run a stock exhaust. I already talked to a guy here in town who owns a shop with a muffler shop. I can either buy the pipe at a place called Curtis Steel and try and bend it myself, or because the way I look at it is it's still going to be a V8 in here. Even though it's going to have stock exhaust, I was talking to the guy at the muffler shop. He said he could probably make me a stock exhaust that'll bolt onto these stock manifolds down here. Okay, and then we are going to marry it to the stock dual exhaust on the G35 down here. Okay, so in sense, I'm going to have a stock 3, not a stock 3, I'm going to at least cam it, because I was looking at so many stock 5.3s, they just do a cam swap in them, some lift springs, and they're at 380 horsepower. So the way I look at it, a stock 5.3 with a cam with 380 horsepower, 360 whatever, is way more than what came in this car. Well, about 100 horsepower more. Let's see if we can get it to 100 horsepower more with a stock exhaust, and instead of paying $900 for headers and exhaust pipes that marry into the stock exhaust system here, I'll probably get it done for about $200. Get the exhaust pipes ready. Get everything that we can mock up with this block and heads, and while it's in there, the exhaust pipe. That way when I have a 5.3, just slap the oil pan on there, and then I will already have a stock exhaust that will marry into the stock exhaust system of this 5.3. Kind of make it a sleeper, not really with headers, but you know. So that's what I'm doing right now. So just getting the stock block. Like I tell you guys, we're doing this. I'm in it all the way. This is going to get done. We're going to do it for sure. And as far as this stuff here, all these parts here, the way to dispose of them, you can take them to a scrapyard. But the easiest way for me is you don't get nothing for them. Is I'm going to put all these parts, the crank, cam, all that. I don't want it. I figure if I ever use this block, I can get a crank kit, you know, off of Jegs or Summit, but I don't think I'll ever use this block other than a mock-up block. All these parts, I will put them in here, and you can go to any pickup part and wheel them out there, and they have like beds of trucks, old beds of trucks, and they let you throw whatever part you want in there just to get rid of it. That was the proper way to do it. So what I'll end up doing with all the junk that I don't want, not just throw it anywhere, is I'm going to put it in here with that cheap Harbor Freight tarp there, so I can reuse my big plastic container, and I will put them in the back of my truck. And when I get a chance on my days off, today is Tuesday, probably Thursday, I'll drive down to the local pick-a-part and wheel it out there, and they just let you throw it in those the beds of trucks, because they have 4 or 5 old beds of trucks. They put them there. You throw all that stuff in there, and when they fill up, they end up taking them to the scrapyard. And to them, it's worth it because it weighs thousands of pounds. When with me to take this to a scrapyard, I'll probably get $1 or $2 for it. Which and if it's dirty or full of oil, they probably won't let me leave it there. Or they might, I don't know. But it's just easier for me to take it to pick apart and just throw it in the beds of those trucks they have out there. But like I said, making an update video, letting you guys know what's going on. I'm making a mock-up block, just the block heads, the exhaust. Hopefully I'll make that oil pan, and I'm gonna and put it with the motor mounts with that dummy housing I have, and it'll be a dummy block with a dummy block with a dummy transmission housing, just so everything it will be in there, and I can run the stock exhaust. If I can't do it myself, I can at least take the car to that muffler shop, and they're going to make the stock exhaust and everything to marry it into the stock Infiniti exhaust. So it'll be a dummy block with a full exhaust already bolted together and everything that way. And he said he'd only charge me a couple $100, so $200, even $300 versus $1,000 for headers. And that's the way I'm going. Like I said, this is a budget build. I think if this engine, stock engine, we get it to 380 horsepower with a stock exhaust, I'm sure it'll still be fun. And we'll take it from there. You know, once we get this done, maybe we'll then order some headers later, and that'll be the second part of it. See how much difference it makes with the stock exhaust and stock engine with a cam, and we'll slap some headers on there. And then after that, maybe some headers and LS6 intake or LS1 intake, or you know what I mean. But like I said, just making an update video on the progress of the Infiniti G35. And like I said, I'd like to thank you guys that are subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed, hit the like button or the subscribe button. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.